The Indiana Fever girls, Caitlyn Clark, Natasha Howard, all of them came out during the Pacers-Bucks game, the playoff game, to toss out some t-shirts, and everybody loved it.
And I got my friends from the Fever here, Leah, Kelsey, everybody's here. If you want a t-shirt, need you to make some noise.
Caitlyn Clark is the GOAT.
She signed my jersey! So happy, I'm crying. I'm so happy. This is the best day ever.
Caitlyn Clark effect seems to be crazier than year one. This is great news for women's basketball, period.
She just brings so much passion to the game, and look at all these people that just want to come and see her.
Now the rest of the league is watching, some with excitement, others with nervous anticipation, because there's something dangerous about a player who's already setting the tone before the season starts. Someone who doesn't need warm-ups, press tours, or promises. Just one clip. That's all it took to start the Caitlyn Clark era.
She takes over, she maestros, she controls game after game after game with her passing and her carefully chosen spots to score.
And if this is the level she's operating at before her WNBA debut, then everyone better buckle up, because the real show hasn't even started yet.
You're supposed to react to having a star like her. And they made the playoffs. She was Rookie of the Year. She had a great year. Like, this all makes sense. I'm excited for them. The coaching change, I think, is going to be really big.
The league wasn't ready for her last year. They just weren't prepared. Yeah. She was prepared.
She's had a full offseason now to rest.
No. She's going to be great. The league just didn't know what to do.
Get the MVP tickets in. Just bet them to win the championship. It's fun. And then you get to watch all her games.
This is no longer just about a viral video. This is about a shift in tempo, in expectations, in what's possible. Caitlyn Clark is redefining what it means to enter the league as a rookie.
The one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her.
Why her?
Well, but she was a white girl from the middle of America.
While Caitlyn is fantastic and I think she's going to have an incredible career in the WNBA, there are women that were worthy of coverage prior to her arriving, and I just will not be silenced when it comes to that.
She's not here to wait her turn or adjust to the pace. She is the pace. She's the storm that changes everything. And soon, when the lights are the brightest and the pressure is at its peak, the world will finally see what Indiana's practice gym already knows. She's not just unstoppable, she's inevitable.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing, is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game, and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry.
The moment Caitlyn Clark stepped into the arena, the entire atmosphere shifted. It wasn't just excitement anymore. It was electric, like something historic was about to unfold. With the Pacers locked into their playoff battle, it was Caitlyn who stole the night without ever picking up a ball. Fans couldn't believe it. As soon as she appeared courtside, cheers erupted, cameras started flashing, and the energy hit a level even the players on the floor couldn't ignore. In seconds, Caitlyn made the entire playoff environment feel like it was built around her. When it came time for the Fever team to toss t-shirts into the stands, Caitlyn didn't just participate, she dominated. Every move she made was filled with a fierce competitiveness that couldn't be hidden.
Give me Caitlyn Clark, because this has been box office, y'all. The young guns, the young stars have come to play.
Who's going to be the next face of the NBA? We don't get to decide that. The marketplace decides that. The people have chosen Caitlyn Clark. They enjoy watching her play, her style, her energy, her shot. Whether it's because her game mirrors one of the greatest players in the NBA in Steph Curry or not, I don't know what it is. It's an intangible thing, right? Yes, we can say she's a dog. Okay, there's been other dogs. Okay, she's a great shooter. There's been other great shooters. She has it. She's got the thing.
And for Caitlyn Clark to have the awareness to drive the eyeballs there, you have to give her so much credit.
Grabbing an armful of shirts, she hyped up the crowd with the same intensity she shows in a championship game. While others casually flung shirts into the air, Caitlyn turned it into a spectacle. Fans fought to get her attention, chanting, waving, practically climbing over each other just to catch something she touched. It wasn't about the t-shirt. It was about being part of a moment with someone they already saw as a generational star.
There she is with all her million shirts in tow.
Come on, we can't hear you. Fever season right around the corner.
And
May 3rd, first home preseason.
And it didn't stop there. Even in a lighthearted setting, Caitlyn's instincts kicked in. Strategic, competitive, magnetic. She pumped the crowd louder than anyone, feeding off their energy and giving it right back tenfold. What should have been a simple break in the playoff action turned into a full-on Caitlyn Clark show.
If I was the WNBA, I would have considered a separate television package to a network on just Caitlyn Clark games. I would have had two packages, the WNBA package, and then a separate, let's say 15 to 18 game Caitlyn Clark package for, it could be HBO, it could be Fox, it could be anybody. I would have sold a separate Caitlyn Clark package.
The Pacers were playing for their playoff lives, but in the stands, the real headline was being written by a WNBA rookie whose impact is already bleeding across leagues. There was no faking this. No marketing team could have planned it better.
There's so many players who cite you as an inspiration for their games, including Caitlyn Clark, who's just absolutely a phenomenon in college. What's that next step like for her?
Next steps, gosh, in this generation, right? You have, I think, just so many more challenges of how to handle yourself as an adult, right? You go through that whirlwind of being a senior in college, transitioning into the W. And then the next step is how to become just an even better leader. And so much of leadership, I think, is listening and learning. And hopefully the more she can get connected to vets in the league and just different people and coaches and anyone that she can glean wisdom from of how to just continue to learn how to be as a connected and inspiring leader as she can be. And a lot of that is walking the walk and not just talking the talk. So she's already on her way, but, continuing to have fun, continuing to anticipate how people are going to try to stop her and being prepared as she can be for next season.
Caitlyn's presence was raw, real, and bigger than anyone expected. It was impossible to ignore how naturally she commanded the moment. Veterans, rookies, die-hard Pacers fans. Everyone found themselves caught under the same spell. Even NBA TV couldn't resist showcasing her clip, sending it spiraling across social media within minutes. By the time the final buzzer sounded, Caitlyn wasn't just a special guest at the game. She had become the story of the night, a glimpse into a future where every room she enters is hers before she even says a word.
Right, and that's what a lot of these women are doing, is they feel like what we have done for this game, this young player has come into our game, and she's getting way more respect and all that stuff than we are. As she should. The young girl is a baller. The young girl has people watching because of the way she can shoot this basketball like Steph Curry. Steph Curry can't dunk. Steph Curry don't do none of that in the game. He can probably dunk by himself, but he don't really do none of that in the game. He is a shooter, and fans tune in to see Steph Curry. When I look at Caitlyn Clark, fans are tuning in to watch her, and you know who that's helping? Everybody else. It's helping the Asia Wilsons. It's helping everybody else, the Plums, all that.
The explosion didn't stay inside the arena. It detonated across the internet within minutes. Social media platforms lit up like wildfire, with clips of Caitlyn Clark's appearance dominating timelines everywhere. Thousands of fans reposted, retweeted, and commented. Not just because of the surprise factor, but because of the undeniable star power Caitlyn carried with her.
And a lot of people actually did not know that was her for the longest, but that's who that was. Somebody else said Caitlyn, Kelsey Mitchell. Somebody said, I love Caitlyn. Caitlyn Carey Clark. It's almost time for the Phoebe show. And that's exactly how I'm feeling, man. It's definitely almost time for the start of the Indiana Fever season, man. Somebody said the gang is all here.
In a playoff game meant to spotlight NBA talent, it was Caitlyn's clip that racked up the views and stole the headlines. Posts praising her presence, her energy, her undeniable charisma flooded every corner of the internet, cementing her as a cultural phenomenon far beyond just basketball.
So, Pacer fans, you heard them.
Gosh, this was a lit situation in Indiana, man. This clip currently have 72,000 views, bro. 72,000 views, my dude.
I can't imagine this young lady, I don't want to use hate, but despised. Mm-hmm. And people just having, she brought some on herself a little bit because She's cocky for a good reason.
Confident.
And I love that about her. But to watch the dynamics and the media, they had their narrative. And I was pleased and proud to see the narrative wasn't the truth.
Fans weren't just cheering her presence, they were noticing everything. The camera angles caught what insiders have been whispering about for months: Caitlyn Clark's transformation. No longer just the slim point guard who shattered college records, Caitlyn has bulked up into a powerhouse built for the demands of the WNBA. Her arms, her frame, the strength she carried, it wasn't missed by anyone watching. Comment sections buzzed with remarks about how much stronger, sharper, and more imposing she looks. A visible sign that she's not just planning to compete with the pros, she's planning to dominate them.
What Caitlyn Clark does is kind of simple, really. She shows up at games, she signs autographs, she talks to little girls wearing jerseys, she smiles to the crowd, and then here's the most important thing. She competes like a maniac. I mean like a maniac.
Caitlyn Clark may not win titles, but the fact that she's doing what she's doing and at a very high level, it's now commonplace where she'll go for 26 and 12. I mean, those are great numbers for any player, no matter how long you've been in the league.
But it wasn't just her physical evolution that captivated fans. It was her playful spirit that sealed the deal. In the middle of the t-shirt toss, Caitlyn couldn't resist messing with a fan, teasing them with a fake-out pass that sent the entire section into laughter. And as she left the court, she pulled a move straight out of her college playbook, jokingly chirping at a referee like she was already in mid-season form.
The WNBA tried to capitalize on her popularity and crammed a lot of games in over a short amount of time, playing against the best teams in the WNBA.
There is a lot of appropriate attention on Caitlyn Clark and the Indiana Fever, and we found out that the Fever Storm game from over the weekend drew 2.2 million viewers, which is massive. The WNBA has 18 games this season where they've had more than 1 million viewers average, and 16 of those 18 have featured Caitlyn Clark. So you cannot deny the connectivity of Caitlyn Clark playing basketball and people wanting to watch. If she's playing, they will come, they will watch the game.
It was pure Caitlyn, fiery, fearless, and completely unbothered by the spotlight. She wasn't nervous. She wasn't rehearsed. She was just being herself. And that natural charisma lit up the night in a way no scripted moment ever could. The Pacers might have been fighting for playoff survival on the court, but the real game changer was standing in the crowd, tossing shirts and stealing hearts without breaking a sweat. Caitlyn Clark proved once again that her magnetism isn't confined to the hardwood. It follows her everywhere, drawing in crowds, cameras, and conversations without her even trying. And if anyone still doubted whether she's ready for the professional stage, tonight erased any shred of hesitation. Caitlyn isn't just ready, she's about to take the entire sports world by storm.
Caitlyn Clark, what she's doing doesn't minimize what they've done, but we should have been giving her the credit. We saw the ratings, we saw the merchandise sales, we saw the attendance, but y'all want to make it about something else. Oh, what about the women that laid the foundation? What about this? What about it? That ain't got nothing to do with Caitlyn Clark. Caitlyn Clark is box office. She's doing this. And instead of giving her credit, y'all tried to make it about, oh, y'all poo-pooing the old guard. Y'all never talked about the old guard like this. Nah, I ain't gonna let it slide.
I think that experiencing it, I love Caitlyn Clark fans, but Caitlyn Clark fans is different. They see Square, shout out to the gang, different. They are very passionate people, and they gonna ride or die.
Listen, Caitlyn Clark is a god to her friends. She does no wrong. Do not play. Do not play with her fans.
Let's just say, C Square, I'm happy I'm on the right end of it.
We on the right end of the stick, baby, because they
hate to be.
Listen,
because
they love us right now. But if we go right and left, it's over for us.
Yeah. Caitlyn Clark fans, I love you back. I promise. Please stop.
Yeah.
Her fans, but the one thing I would say about Caitlyn Clark fans that I can't appreciate, they'll go anywhere she go.
Oh, they gonna travel. She gonna travel.
And
right there, right
I
there
just
with
think
her.
like it's super dope though, because it's like they would literally go anywhere she go, and so she's built that kind of platform. It's like, damn, that's lit.
The association, they gave us a gym that I paid for, not entirely, but they took money out of my check and I paid for it.
You better get the fucking full usage of that.
Man, I got hot tub, cold tub, weight room, full court basketball room. I walk in today, I'm on one side working out, Caitlyn Clark on the other side.
Really?
I look at myself, there you go, 2 fucking legends, Patty.
Did you say what's up?
You know I say what's up, but I'm not the type to say what's up to interrupt your workout because I don't like people to interrupt mine. She can shoot the shit out of it.
And the WNBA assist leader this past year.
She can shoot the shit out the ball.
She's a great shooter.
And she's one of those workout people, you know, got to think, anytime I hit the court, I got to hit that bike. I'm older now, so I got to get on that bike and stroll for a couple 5, 6, 7 minutes. So while I'm strolling through the park, I'm looking at her shoot it. And she's one of those shooters where, if you know as a gym rat, you guys know, like, damn, bro, why you throw that pass bad? Give me the ball in my chest. I'm like, oh, she's a gangster also.
She's lighting people up.
Throw me the ball the way I want it.
What drill was it? What drill was she running?
I don't know. She was doing a 2 in a row corner wing. And if you miss, you have to go back to the next spot. And if you missed again, you have to go back to the starting spot. She had a nice drill. I'm literally still in it.
What Caitlyn Clark unleashed at the Pacers game wasn't just a one-night phenomenon. It was a glimpse into a future that's coming faster than anyone expected. Her appearance turned a regular playoff atmosphere into a fever frenzy, sending a clear signal to Indianapolis and beyond. This city isn't just about the Pacers anymore. The Indiana Fever, with Caitlyn leading the charge, are about to become the hottest ticket in town. And it's not hype. It's happening in real time.
What is she doing wrong? What more do you want from Caitlyn Clark? Seriously, what more do you want from her? She's focusing on the game. She lifted her team up, got them to the playoffs, won Rookie of the Year, and then also is denouncing racial tensions when she's asked about it. I'm sorry, I don't see anything more that Caitlyn Clark should have done or could have done.
So yes, the WNBA was growing before Caitlyn Clark. Make that abundantly clear. But it was growing incrementally compared to the exponential growth you're seeing now.
I remember when the WNBA started. I was thrilled. I was a fan. I couldn't believe it was an opportunity for me, a 5'2", 97-pound girl, to go play professional basketball. That wasn't going to happen for me. But the idea that it existed was special to me. And now she's offering that to not just little girls, but little boys as well. She's spread the fan base. So
The same fans screaming for NBA playoff glory were losing their minds over a rookie point guard tossing T-shirts. And when the Fever's season tips off, that same electric energy is going to flood every seat in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Caitlyn's magnetism didn't just elevate her brand, it elevated her entire team. The Fever girls rallied together around her, hyping the crowd, tossing shirts, showing off a chemistry that felt real, infectious, and unstoppable. Veterans, rookies, coaches, everyone in that building knew they were witnessing something different. No forced smiles, no corporate campaigns, just pure organic excitement driven by Caitlyn's presence. It's rare to see a player who hasn't even played a WNBA game, yet spark this level of anticipation. But Caitlyn isn't a regular rookie. She's a force, reshaping expectations before she's even worn her official game jersey.
Monica has figured out a way to make the WNBA relevant and profitable long term. The lady from the BBC, she seems to be asking Monica McDougal how the WNBA can maintain their momentum from last season. There's an easy answer to that question. More than likely, they can't.
2 things. I think it has to show up in our storytelling, and it has to be encouraged by our families.
Yeah.
To me, right? And so covering the WNBA this past season, Caitlyn Clark's rookie year, for all of the conversation that surrounded her, some which was fair and some which wasn't, the one thing that I cannot deny is the amount of little girls that were showing up to follow her. Little girls with their parents and the fervor and the energy there.
Why her?
Same thing.
Why her?
Well, I was just about to say same thing for Angel Reese when I had a chance to cover their games. But I think Caitlyn represented, and again, some of this to me probably is not fair to her because it was not anything that she said or was truly based on her personality, but she was a white girl from the middle of America. And so she represented a whole lot to a lot of people, whether that is truly what she prescribed to or not. We can all say she is a dynamic basketball player and a force both on the court and the marketing sense. But I do think, same thing with folks that may have fallen in love with Angel Reese that may or may not have agreed with everything they had to say either. We attach our fandom to these icons for all types of reasons.
Where are these Angel Reese fans? When I see Chicago Bravado games on TV, the only things I see are missed layups and empty seats.
The buzz didn't fade after the final shirt hit the stands. It grew louder. Media outlets scrambled to cover the viral moment, flooding headlines with Caitlyn's name and image. Talk shows, podcasts, sports news outlets, all echoing the same truth. Caitlyn Clark is box office. Analysts who once questioned whether her college stardom would translate to the pros are suddenly eating their words. It's not a question of if Caitlyn will change the WNBA. It's a matter of how fast. Ticket sales are already skyrocketing, merchandise is flying off the shelves, and Fever games are becoming premium events months before the season even starts. Even her interactions off the court are setting a tone. Whether she's joking with a referee, teasing a fan, or sharing moments with teammates, Caitlyn shows a rare blend of confidence and humility that makes her impossible to root against. She's got the aura of a superstar, but the attitude of someone who still remembers exactly where she came from. That authenticity is magnetic, especially in a world that's craving realness more than ever. Every smile, every gesture, every playful chirp feels genuine, and fans are responding by rallying behind her in waves.
Most points by a point guard in a season in WNBA history. Most double-doubles by a rookie guard in WNBA history. Most points by a rookie in WNBA history. Most assists by a rookie in the history of the WNBA. First WNBA rookie to record 2 triple-doubles. First triple-double by a rookie in WNBA history. First triple-double in Fever history. The first player to be named WNBA Player of the Month and Rookie of the Month in the same month. First player in WNBA history with 20 or more points, 15 or more assists, and 5 or more rebounds in a game.
And perhaps the most powerful thing about Caitlyn's impact is that it's just beginning. This wasn't a one-off viral clip that people will forget by next week. This was the spark that ignites a movement. Indiana fans are no longer looking at Fever games as filler between Pacers seasons. They're gearing up like it's playoff basketball every night. Other cities are watching too, realizing that Caitlyn Clark isn't just a player. She's an event, a phenomenon, a revolution waiting to unfold. And after what happened at that Pacers game, it's clear the Caitlyn Clark era has officially begun, and nothing in women's basketball will ever be the same. What happened inside that arena wasn't just a moment. It was a warning shot fired across the entire sports world. Caitlyn Clark didn't need a jersey, didn't need a ball, didn't need a microphone. Her mere presence shifted the pulse of the crowd, captured the hearts of thousands, and sent a tidal wave of energy racing through Indianapolis. And if this is what she can do in a few unscripted minutes at a playoff game, imagine what's coming once she laces up and takes the court for real. The Fever are about to unleash something the WNBA has never seen before, and the world is not ready.
She won Rookie of the Month 4 times, Eastern Conference Player of the Week 3 times, single-season rookie record for assists, single-season rookie record for three-pointers, single-game record for assists, 19. Franchise record for most double-doubles, three-pointers, career 10 or more assists in a game, franchise record for most career 10 or more assists in a game. Fastest WNBA player to reach 100 three-pointers. She did it in 34 games, most assists by a rookie in a WNBA All-Star game for which she received the most fan votes ever, 700,000 of those. Fastest player to reach 350 points and 150 assists to start a season regardless of years in the league. People will say, pay more attention to the other folks. Like, she couldn't do it herself. You know, LeBron has teammates, Jordan had teammates. I understand.
Every step Caitlyn took across that floor was a reminder that greatness doesn't announce itself with a whisper. It crashes through the walls and leaves nothing untouched. The Pacers crowd didn't just cheer because it was fun. They cheered because they knew they were witnessing the beginning of something unstoppable. The same way Jordan electrified Chicago, the same way Kobe redefined Los Angeles. Caitlyn Clark is about to carve her name into Indianapolis with the same fire. The Fever's rise isn't a dream anymore. It's a reality building louder every second, fueled by a rookie who carries herself like a legend. And this is only the beginning. The viral clips, the sold-out games, the packed arenas, they're just the early echoes of what Caitlyn's about to unleash. Every defender who steps in front of her, every critic who doubted her, every skeptic who thought the hype would fade, they're all about to get left behind. She's faster, she's stronger, she's sharper, and she's coming with a mission that no one can stop. You felt it the moment she took over a Pacers playoff game without even trying. You'll feel it even harder when she takes over the league. The Fever locker room knows it. The city of Indianapolis knows it. And now, thanks to one jaw-dropping night that set social media ablaze, the entire world knows it too. Caitlyn Clark isn't coming to make friends or settle into the background. She's coming to dominate, to inspire, to change the narrative forever. Every arena she steps into will tremble. Every headline will carry her name, and every fan will remember exactly where they were the first time they saw her take over. This isn't hype. This isn't luck. This is destiny. And Caitlyn Clark is about to make it unstoppable.